Hi. So I shot this about 3 months ago, but due to a number of situations, me unexpectedly having to travel in July and August, Hurricane Harvey, and me having to move, I never really got to kind of put this together. So that is why you're just now seeing this, because, like I said, I did shoot it in June, and now it's September, or at least when I'm recording this. But that's the reason why. Just wanted to let you know that. Also, shameless plug, real quick. I put up a bunch of pictures from this trip on my Flickr account. There's a bunch of nature pics, school bus pics, just a lot of different stuff. So go ahead and check it out. I'll leave it down below.
DM guys, Safety Liner C2 here. So you know how I normally do a vlog every summer? Well, it's back, and this one's going to be a really good one. Normally I showcase a busy week in my life or something, and I've got 2 super busy weeks because I'm taking a road trip. So yeah, basically what we're doing is we're going to go out to Arizona. One of my cats just had kittens, and so we're going to deliver them out there to my grandparents, and I'm going to visit with them for some time. So I'll be out there for a week. Then we're going to go to California from Arizona to visit my uncle, who is having his birthday that weekend. We'll stay out there for a couple days, go back to Arizona, and then end up back here. So 2 weeks away from home, and it's going to be awesome. I have my brother coming along with me, so I think I'm all set, and let's get on the road.
We have a lot of catching up to do. Anyways, today is Tuesday. It is like 7 o'clock, and I am in the Saguaro National Forest. There's a lot of people here, surprisingly, but I think I just saw 2 people get engaged, so I'm just going to kind of let them have their own, special minute. But yeah, I'm in the Saguaro National Forest right now. It's Tuesday, and the last time I came here, we came to this stop, and it's just so beautiful, and I just couldn't, not come here. So, absolutely gorgeous out. And yeah, so now I'm just gonna drive around, and there's actually a bus lot that I found, and I'm gonna go drive by it just cause why not? So that's where I'm actually headed to next. But I get to pass through the rest of this forest. So I've been here for almost a week, and I haven't seen any grass here, but this is all grass out here. It's absolutely beautiful, but this drive is a long ways away. It's not like distance-wise, but I mean, it's just so many curves and whatnot, so I'm not used to all of that. Alright, so I'm in this park, and the bus lot is all the way back there. It backs up to the edge of the park, so I'm only going to get rear shots, I think, but it's better than nothing. I see them all the way over there. Looks like there's some CEs and I think some REs. Alright, so just finished with the bus lot. Yeah, unfortunately they blocked off some of the parts to it, so I couldn't go all the way down as far as it went, but it looked like the majority of them were C's, which is actually kind of surprising because I figured that out here they would have more type D's. And I saw some TC I also saw REs and like 1 or 2 HDXs mixed in there. But the majority of them were CEs, which I was genuinely surprised by. So anyways, now I'm gonna head back to our place and yeah. So this is where we're staying. Not this is the garage, but my grandma rents out some houses to people, and this one is empty right now. So this is where we're staying, and it's not bad. I mean, it's a little small, but not bad. So this is my setup for a little bit. Let me show you what happened to my phone and why I missed a couple days. So this is my old phone, Droid Turbo. Absolutely loved this phone. Had it since about January. And there's this app called Gas Buddy that I use to report gas prices and whatnot. So Friday morning we go and we pull into a gas station. I get out and write the numbers down and put it face down on the back of my truck. Started to pump gas, but the pump didn't work. And I kind of forgot to take the phone off. So I went over to another empty pump. And after I pumped gas, I realized, oh crap, I don't have my phone. And find it face down on the ground in the middle of the parking lot because I had drove around to get to a new pump. And it had dirt all over the back, so I knew it had gotten run over. And unfortunately, that happened. And it powers on, screen doesn't work, and it just does a reboot cycle. So every time I power it on, it just turns right back off. So I'm gonna try and get some data off of this if possible. But yeah, so because of that, thankfully, I brought another phone, which is right back in here. This is my phone before that, and I always bring an old phone just in case for these longer trips, and thank God I did. But anyway, I was due for an upgrade, so got the Pixel. For those of you who know me, I'm a true Motorola fan, and I've had a Motorola since I got my first smartphone years ago, but I just wasn't ready for no headphone jack. Like, that was the only thing holding me back. And I've heard really good things about the Pixel, so that's what I got. Alright, so it is now Wednesday. It's about 9 o'clock here. It's already 100 degrees. And yeah, so plans for the day, we're going to go down to a mall, and that's all we have right now. So, alright, so we have a flight from here in Tucson to LA, I think, tomorrow, and I'm gonna check in right now and get some seats for us.
Places we could go, but it's just too hot to go anywhere outside.
So this turned out to be like a super junky mall, and there were like no stores in there that were open with the exception of maybe 3 or 4. There was hardly anyone in there. People were just kind of hanging out if they were in there, not doing anything.
This thing's huge.
You want me to drive? So basically what happened here is that my grandma went into a Walmart, and we were on one side of a curb under a tree, and we decided that we would move the car over to the other side of the curb just to see if she noticed, and she didn't. Okay, so we're back home. It's pretty much, what is it? Yeah, it's 3 o'clock here. And I don't know what we're going to do today. We went to this junky little mall that was supposed to be the nicest mall around, but it turns out that almost all the stores were closed. And I mean, that was really it. I leave for California tomorrow, so I got to do a little bit of laundry and, you know, organize my suitcase, but that's not going to take very long. It's too hot outside to do anything. It's 117 degrees out. And the thing about Arizona compared to Houston, and I'm sure anyone in Houston, or really anyone who doesn't live in a dry, desert-like area, is that there's no humidity here. And I'm used to it being hot back in Houston, but I'm used to it being hot with humidity. So in like the 90s with a lot of humidity and it making it feel like it's in the hundreds. But out here it's just so dry and hot, and I don't like that. I guess I'm just gonna do some laundry and maybe watch some TV. I don't know. So I've got 7 or 8 hours to kill, and yeah, flight for California takes off at 9:30 tomorrow. So yep. At least we have a nice view. I mean, a nice mountain right there. So, and it looks like the image stabilization on this phone is amazing too. So that's good. Well, dark skies aren't usually a sight you see out in the middle of a desert, but apparently they are going to have a monsoon, I guess. So anyway, my brother and I decided that we're going to go to a buffet for dinner, so yeah. Alright, so I just finished doing some dishes. I'm working on doing some laundry. Otherwise, just watching some TV, watching The First 48, which is by far one of my favorite TV shows. And I don't watch TV very often, but if I do watch TV, this is normally what I watch. And it's an excellent show. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. That's one of the cats we brought out here. So yeah. Anyways, otherwise I just got to pack. I'm just waiting on the laundry to be done, and just need to pretty much transfer stuff from one suitcase to another. Okay, so my stuff is all packed up. Hopefully it's under 50 pounds, which it should be. And I'm just charging some stuff before I head out, just because, yeah, so early wake up call, gonna wake up around 6 o'clock tomorrow, because we're leaving at 7, so yep. So it's 5:20 in the morning, and I just had a couple alarms go off on my phone because the time zones were different. Starting the day off right. Like a toaster strudel. Alright, just about 7 o'clock, and time to go to the airport.
We can sit in this back.
It may cause you harm, or you just don't want to do it, but so now we teach you. Recorded, doors to overwing window exit to your rear, door signs of the headlights, and door leading to the exit. Safety information is located in that seat.
Going to San Francisco now.
Anytime I show it to get out here.
Alright, I'll find
We'll make it a contest. See which one of the four of us. When I had long hair, and my friend Brandon had long hair, man, we were like magnets. There's a ton of it, and I'm sure Grandma didn't take you to any of it.
Nope.
No, but a bunch of the good-looking, like, hole-in-the-wall mix. Like,
So basically what happened right here is we were driving home from the airport. We stopped in a side town and we ate some Puerto Rican food, which was really good, if I might say so myself. We got home, we settled down for maybe half an hour, and then my uncle was like, hey, you know, let's go out. And my cousin was like, oh, let's take him to blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, let's go do that. And you'll see where we ended up going.
You guys ever geocached?
Yeah.
Mr. Ripley, this is his grave. So what you do is I take a picture of each of you in front of the grave, and then you tell people I saw Ripley's grave, or believe it or not, I saw Ripley's grave, and you tell you you're full of shit, and then you show them the picture.
I kind of want to explore.
Yeah, there are cats that try to catch it, and all you find is just tails all over the place.
But for whatever reason, they're only attached to one profile. This fine. So.
Alright, good day today. It's great seeing my family that I haven't seen in almost 10 years. So, yeah, we didn't really do a whole lot. Once we got here, just kind of hung out, caught up, you know, whatever. So tomorrow we're going to be sticking around in this part of town. We're in basically a suburb of San Francisco. So we're going to be sticking around in this part of town, and the next couple days we'll start exploring other parts of town. So yeah, great day. I'm super happy that I'm here. And yeah, so it's now like 1:30 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and I woke up at 5 for my flight, so I'm going to bed. We also don't have these weird blinds. You see, in California, they don't have air conditioning because it's, you know, I guess it's nicer out, so I have to leave my window open for it to cool down, which is not going to be enough for me. But they have these super cool blinds, which we don't have back in Texas. Okay, whatever. I need to get some sleep. Alright, it is 9:45 and I just had some pretty good sleep, so yeah. So while I'm in Cali, my family back in Arizona decided to take my truck in to the Toyota dealership that it was bought from, because it was bought in Arizona way back when, just to get it checked up and, you know, do a thorough inspection. And apparently I just got a call saying that my truck had a major recall, which kind of freaks me out, but apparently it's going to get fixed, so that's good. Just other little minor things that are going to be fixed on the truck as well, which is good because they've been kind of annoying me. Alright, so in these scenes we visited the Charles Schulz Museum, who was a very famous comic author, and you'll probably recognize his work once I start showing you.
If you follow it around, each one of these little edges has a different picture in it, and it gets bigger and smaller depending on the angle you stand at.
All individual comics.
That's awesome. That's how they eat.
That is a pretty one.
do it.
No.
This place just has carnivorous plants. It's pretty cool, actually. It's all sticky.
I don't know, because some of these are like, I think it's like Pac-Man. I think it's basically like Pac-Man.
No, I think these are pitcher plants, and I think these are the top.
The thing's huge.
This one.
My uncle's now trying to sell the people who own this place a greenhouse cooler. Because he's an engineer for greenhouses. A greenhouse engineer. And now my uncle got a free plant out of it.
Yeah, take a peek at our website. I definitely will. Yeah. We do, we also have another, it's just coming on the market. We have a...
Alright, so we just got back to the house. My uncle is running to the store to grab a few things, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do. It is currently 2:30, and we have the rest of the day to kill. We are now working on taking my phone apart to get some old data off of it.
Missed something.
So right before this, you saw me go out to a junky little Chinese restaurant. And after this, you're going to see us go to the kind of town square. And even though we did live right on the outskirts of Houston and it was like 20 minutes away, this place was a little bit further from San Francisco than our place was from Houston. So it was more so of its own town than where I came from in Houston. So my brother and I had never really kind of been to a town square like this where there's a big public park in the middle and there's nice little shops around and there's a library and people are just hanging out. We had never seen anything like it, and it was awesome, to say the least. It was just different and I liked it a lot.
Oh, there's Willy Wonka playing in the back. A lot of stuff.
Apple corn and ghost pepper sauce. So then you got sweet, salty, spicy. Like triple, the trifecta of flavor.
You know, one time I went to a place.
So the thing I remember most about this night is we were walking down the street and this group of 3 or 4 girls came up and they were probably about my age, maybe a little bit younger than me. And they said, "Hey, could you help us?" So we're all immediately thinking, oh, you know, they want money for, you know, this organization or whatever. But they were like, "We're doing a scavenger hunt and we just need one guy to put this shirt on." And my brother, he just loves to interact with people, so he was more than happy to put a shirt on for a bunch of chicks. So anyway, the shirt clearly had something on it, but he didn't care. He puts the shirt on, they take the picture, and then we all look at the shirt. He didn't read it, and we all take a picture of it. He takes the shirt off, and the girls just walk off. Now, what he didn't know is that they were pole dancers. Not those. They did it as like a yoga or something is what they explained it to us as. But it basically says, this guy loves a girl on poles or whatever, and my uncle might have sent that to my mom, and she was not happy about that, but it was worth it. So, we just got back. We went and explored the downtown area down here, which it was really nice. It's like the stereotypical American small city, I guess, and it was really nice and kind of refreshing from what I've been used to seeing. So it's around 9:30, and yeah, just gonna kind of hang out, watch Netflix, do whatever. This is super cool and super nerdy. Oh, and I found this also. This is just as cool. Alright, so today is Saturday. It's around 8 o'clock in the morning, and today we're gonna be doing some kind of like nature-y stuff, I guess. We're gonna go into a forest, do some hiking, and then go over to the coastline or the ocean because it's a lot different than the one in Galveston that I'm used to seeing. So, yeah. This is all the candy we got. It's mine.
I don't know what else you do. But you just stay there and go, I open the door.
Okay, so you hear the alarm going off. So basically what had happened was we were looking for a map, and my uncle went up to that ranger station, opened up the door, took a quick glance inside, and then realized that no one was there, so we started walking away. Now there was another group right behind us who did the same thing, but they left the door open a little too long, which triggered the alarm.
Is that all tree set?
Yeah.
Trying to ride the big
I'll
one.
answer that question right off the bat.
Jellyfish over here. Oh, there's another one over here. There's another one right here. Cold? Ooh, that is cold. Oh my god, that's cold.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This isn't like LA where you have nice cold and warm ocean.
Oh my god.
That is, if it's high tide, we won't be walking into the coast. But if it's low tide, we can get to it. Ready, Jensen? Do it again. Damn it, Jensen. They are nasty birds. Garbage eaters. Oh, there's a little one in that. Oh, no, those aren't
Baby
sandpiper birds
Yeah.
or whatever.
Gotta go hit one of those.
Catch one of those.
Yeah. Alright, so what we're doing now is right over there is an old nuclear site. So we're gonna go and check that out, where the nuclear facility was gonna go. Okay, so maybe that wasn't actually a real nuclear site like Chernobyl or something, but that was a reactor pit to an old nuclear plant, to my understanding. If you look up the name of the place that I put on screen and then nuclear, you can find some stories explaining more, but it was just a reactor pit that never actually got fully built because it was so close to the coast or something like that.
Oh. Where do you think the water comes from? Over here?
Nice.
Now, is it back in that cove, you mean?
It's right there. It's like a, it's either a really cool box.
I'm very much enjoying this hike.
But if we need to hike more, then we can.
Cam, do you want to hike a little more?
I'm fine if y'all want to.
Jensen and Cameron are done.
Cameron, why did you put that random tree in there? Well, apparently to the locals it's known as the Trump tree because kind of looks like Trump's hair. Saltwater taffy. We just stopped in a small town to go get some stuff. But, yeah.
How is it, gentlemen?
Pretty good.
Mine's good.
Alright, so it is just after 4:20, and we just got back. I had a great time going out, exploring the redwoods, and checking out the west coast. So yeah, So we're gonna chill here for a little bit, we'll grab some dinner, and then tomorrow, which is what I'm super excited for, we're gonna go explore downtown San Francisco. So I've always kind of wanted to go to like a big California city. And yeah, so what I've realized being here is that, oh gosh, you can't see me. Oh, there you go. But all the stereotypical California stuff, it's true. Every single thing that you know about a California stereotype is true. The amount of Priuses they have, the amount of potheads that they have, just the weird general hippie vibe. I've seen it all. I mean, already. So, it's cool in that aspect, and it's also just really freaking weird here. But I really like it here. Alright, pretty good day today, and I kind of realized that I haven't been narrating this very well, so hopefully I do some sort of voiceover or text at the bottom or, you know, whatever. But yeah, who am I kidding? Whatever. But yeah, tomorrow I'm super excited because we get to go into downtown San Francisco, which is, I don't really know what to expect, and you know, that's a huge major city, so I'm kind of excited for it just because I think it's going to be just the stereotypical California city. So I don't know, but yeah, so alright, last full day in California. We're going to go to downtown San Francisco, go to a couple museums, and yeah. Not me.
Alright, ready? Let's do another.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sit down, boy.
I hate you.
Go a little bit faster.
Let's try that again.
Let's not.
I want to get that on cam.
Okay, so basically the day before at the beach, I went up to Johnson, my brother, who slapped me in the face, and I took something, I don't know what it was, and I just smacked him upside the head with it, and that was payback. This place is cool. We're headed out to go. So the cable car museum was actually kind of a working plant. Since all the cables and whatnot run underground, they basically made an upper level, which was the museum, and you could see how the cables are run through downtown San Francisco. Alcatraz up there. Justin. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It looks like a store down here. This building looks like it's on here. THX.
Oh wow.
That's Lucas.
Yeah.
That's all that stuff out here. Nice closet.
Would you believe that this place does medical marijuana evaluations? Because it does, apparently. Alright, it is now 6:30. Yeah, we just got back, and I had a lot of fun in downtown, especially in the Exploratorium, which was the first set of things that you saw. A bunch of really cool stuff there, and we only dug through the first part of it. Apparently there's like 6 or 7 different parts. I think we went to 2 of them. So I really want to go back there and kind of like complete it. So last full day here, kind of need to start packing up my stuff. I already reserved our boarding passes for tomorrow. So yeah. Alright, so it is 11:20 and I've had an awesome time here. We ate Wingstop and watched some YouTube videos and just kind of, you know, hung out. So we're leaving tomorrow. We got to go on a shuttle to go to San Francisco, which is about an hour from here. And then we have a lot of traveling to do tomorrow. So our first flight takes off at 4:25, I think. And we're not going to be back into Tucson until I think it lands at 10:10. Our first flight is from here in San Francisco, and then we get to go to Vegas for a layover, and we're there for I think 2.5 hours or so. So yeah, and then the next one is from Vegas to Tucson. Anyways, that's whatever. But I'm kind of craving a cream soda. So I'm gonna go get one downstairs. I haven't had this stuff in forever, but it's so good. Alright, so for those of you who have not had the pleasure of drinking a Frosty's Blue Cream, basically I remember it as being some of the best cream soda I've ever had. And it's probably been maybe 5 years since I've had this, so it smells really good. It smells like Big Red, which is pretty freaking good too. But I'm not much of a soda drinker, and if I do, I normally stick to either Coke or Dr. Pepper, but who cares? Oh, it's pretty good, and I definitely don't need this right now. Alright, it's 11:50. I'm done for today. So it's gone now, but this street out here must be like a main street or something, because there's just a bunch of really loud cars that come by every night. And check this out. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, kind of. But look all the way over there. This guy just has a stoplight in his backyard. Like, who keeps that in their backyard? Alright, so it is Sunday, and it's time to start packing up all my stuff. The plan for today is that we're going to take a shuttle down to San Francisco, and we'll be in the San Francisco airport for an hour or so, and then we're going to take a flight to Vegas. We'll have a layover there for 2.5 hours or so, and then we'll take the flight from Vegas to Tucson and arrive back in Tucson around 10 o'clock tonight. So most of this is just going to be travel stuff, but... Alright, so it is now 11:50, and we're going to head out to the shuttle here in a minute to go to the airport, and I think we have a 2-hour drive, so that's gonna be fun.
that may be carried through a screening. Alright, folks, for those of you who have been here, hit C9. So it looks like we have.
Alright, so still in Vegas. Got half an hour until boarding. Yeah.
But did you laugh?
Yeah.
And then, okay. Okay. Dog looks like it's being jumped out of the car.
It's 11:30. We just got back, and we have some In-N-Out burger. Never had it before. Not too bad. It tasted like Five Guys at first, but then as I started eating more, it started tasting like itself, I guess. Fries are on point. Got them animal style. Alright, it's a little past midnight, and yeah, I'm pretty much done for today. Had a great time in California, but glad to be back here. Alright, despite the clock saying 12:47, it is 10:47. Because, well, it never changed. But anyway, just about to make a video public real quick. And publish. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go get my truck now. They apparently did a lot of work on it, so hopefully it's gonna maybe drive a little bit better. Alright, I just got my truck back. They did a lot of work on it, and hopefully it'll be good. 265, 281. Starts right up. So the super good thing about having my truck serviced out here is that was the originating dealer that this truck was bought from. So they had all the records that anything had been done to this truck. And I mean, I'm only the second owner. My grandma's the first owner. So, I mean, it's not like I didn't have all this stuff, but they did some stuff on the brakes. They replaced windshield wipers. They tested batteries. Like I said, there was a major recall on it, but apparently they got that fixed real easily. So that's good. So, yeah. Okay, so I noticed that this thing now works. Honestly, that's kind of the best part of this truck. Not really upgrades, but the fixes that they did to this. That is the biggest thing noticeable to me, because that has always bugged me that it's never worked. And now I'm able to see what direction I'm going and the temperature without having to check my phone. But then again, I guess this truck was made when smartphones weren't a thing, so... Okay, so just driving it now, I already feel a major difference in the braking. That's one of the things that they changed. And I immediately feel it. I mean, before I had to put my foot on the brake a little bit and then push in. but now I can just kind of tap the brake and I'll feel it slow down just the slightest bit. I'm gonna have to get used to that because ever since I've been driving this truck, I've had to, you know, drive like that where I put my foot on the brake and then push in a little bit. But, you know, if I'm driving like it now without a problem, then it's not going to be a problem. Alright, so it is now 1:40, on my way back to the house. Today is my last full day in Tucson, and I'm going to miss it out here. I mean, I've just gotten used to it, but I'm certainly ready to get back home, you know, see my family, get back to humid weather instead of this dry heat. So I'm going to grab something to eat, see what they have, and then I've got to start packing up the truck and just a few other various small things. So, yeah. Alright, so it is now 3:35 and not much left to do. Really just need to pack up the truck and kind of clean up around here. And I also decided that I'm going to take you all along for this little weekend trip that I got to do. I'm going to be going to San Antonio for some scout stuff. But because I lost, you know, or I wasn't able to film for a couple days, you know, might as well make it, you know, give you all something else to look at. So that's Friday through Sunday. So, yeah. I am so nice. Alright, it is now 5 o'clock. We're going to go over to see some family and eat dinner. So unfortunately, when they took my truck in, they took apart my keys, leaving me with only this one. I have all the other ones, but they're just not how they were, because I have a Key Smart, so I get to put that back together, which is a huge pain. It took me like an hour to set it up originally. Alright, right now just waiting on some laundry to be done. Alright, so I'm gonna start packing up all my stuff. We head back to Houston tomorrow. We're gonna drive for 8 hours, and yeah. So if you remember earlier, I was talking about my keys. These are my keys. It's on this metal thing. It's called Key Smart, and if you have a big bundle of keys like I do, then I highly recommend it, because it was just a big kind of like ball of keys, but now I'm able to very easily organize all my keys, and it's a lot cleaner than just kind of having a big fistful of keys, I guess. Alright, it is 7:40 and we're going to leave here fairly soon, so just waiting for some family to bring over our food for us, and then I guess right now I've got to go start packing up my truck, which it's going to be fairly easy because, you know, we don't have as much stuff this time, so yep. Alright, just doing a final walkthrough to make sure everything is cleared out, and then we're going to head out. It's a little past 8:30 or so. And that's all good. Turn off that light. Yeah. Alright, just fueling up, getting some gas right now, and then we're on the road. So our first stop is going to be Deming, New Mexico, which is about a 3-hour drive from here, and that's where we stopped last time. And it's not that great of a town, but it's the biggest town between here and basically we need to stop there because otherwise I won't have enough gas, and there's no other major towns. Alright, so I am at a petrol station right outside of Deming, New Mexico, which is right about in the middle of the state. We have gone probably about 3 hours now. It's now 1 o'clock because of the time zone change, which is good because now we're only an hour behind. So we're going to switch off here in a minute, just waiting for my tank to fill up. But yeah, Powerade is super cheap.
For $2, $4, $6, and $8, including women's tanks for just $2, and up to 60% off summer essentials like flip-flops, tank tops, swimwear, and shorts. Get more bang for your buck.
So we made it to Van Horn, and we're at the Loves, which just so happens to be the place that I broke my phone right back over there. So what happened was, I was at the last station all the way on the end, but that one wasn't working, so I came over to this one on this end, and I had to circle around, but I left my phone on the back of my truck right here, and I circled around without realizing it, with my phone on the back of the truck, and yeah, it basically fell off, landed somewhere right over there, and it cracked. So yeah. Alright, so we just made it to Fort Stockton, which is our last stop today, and we actually have a decent hotel room this time. The last one we stayed in was not so great at all. My brother went to go pick up some Mexican food for us, and I really don't know what I'm going to do. It is currently 7:36, so I'm just going to... Storage Wars is the only thing that's on, so... But I'm just going to kind of chill here and see what I can do. I got a taco salad. It's pretty good. So, watching Colbert, who is definitely my favorite late night host. Alright, it is 11:45 and I need to go to bed, so I'm done for today. The rest of my breakfast. Alright, so it is now Thursday, and we will finally be home today. So it's a 6-hour drive. I've got to map up our stops, but I assume we're going to stop outside of San Antonio. So we're just going to see. And what a lovely view we have. I mean... Alright, so we are now in Junction, Texas, which is about an hour outside of San Antonio and about 4.5 hours from Houston. I'm going to take over. I'm going to do the rest of the driving now. So hopefully just filling it up here all the way and then some should get us all the way back to Houston. But if not, once we get about an hour outside of Houston, it's going to start being populated. So I'm not super worried about gas or anything. So it's currently 10:50. So making good time. Should be back around probably 3 or so, just depending on how many stops, like if we're going to get lunch or something. So yeah. Schulz, which is the best place ever to stop if you're ever in Texas. Or, I think they only have them. No, they have them in a few other states, but we're in Luling, Texas, and about 2 hours from home. Alright, so I just got on I-10, and I'm going to be on here for about 2.5 hours or so. So I kind of cut off yesterday. I didn't really finish yesterday all that much. Just, you know, we got home and we were just ready to be home. Didn't really want to do much. Just caught up with family, you know. So it's good to be back, but I'm back out on the road again. Now, I kind of briefly explained this. So I'll go ahead and do a brief rundown of what this is now. So basically, the reason that I'm including these next couple days is, one, because I lost all that. I wasn't able to record a couple days, so, you know, why not make it up with this? And two, technically, I'm still traveling. So if you are just kind of skipping around in the video, or you just kind of forgot what I said, because I don't know how well I explained it. But basically, I'm going to San Antonio right now, which is about 3 hours from here, and I was just there yesterday for a big scout event. And it's going to include people from all over South Texas, basically the bottom half of Texas, rather. I don't know exact numbers on how many people are going to be there, but my guess is probably about 1,500 or 2,000. I don't know how many people are going, but that's just my guess. And basically, it's kind of a mixture of things. It's going to be, like I said, a conference. So there's going to be some trainings there and talks and whatnot. And then it's just going to be just a bunch of fun different events and this and that. Yeah. And it's going to be held at the University of Incarnate Ward. So I get to stay in one of the dorms there and blah, blah, blah. It's currently 1:12, and I wasn't going to leave until probably about 3 because it's a 3-hour drive. But I got asked to see if I could come between 3 and 4. So I'm, you know, on my way there now. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I've never gone to one of these before, but now that I'm kind of required to go because of my position, hopefully it should be a lot of fun, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. So don't know how much I'm going to shoot tonight, if anything, really, because I assume that I'm going to be doing a lot of setting up and managing, because that's kind of what my position does, I guess, more so of the managing. So I don't really know how far this is going to go, but hopefully tomorrow's will be more interesting. So yeah, got a probably about 2 hours by now. 2.5 hours, I don't know, 2.5 hours, let's say that, drive ahead of me, so let's focus on that. Alright, so with my luck, there's an accident, which added a lot of time, but I was able to take a shortcut, and apparently it cut off.
Continue on I-10 west for 147 miles.
Yeah, but apparently it would have saved me about 45 minutes had I just stayed on 10 and not gone some back roads, so yeah, it's definitely pushed me back at least half an hour, so I kind of need to make up that time. And my map says it's going to take 2.5 hours to get there. It's currently 1:45, so to get there at 3:30, oh man, that's not looking real well, but maybe it's possible. We'll just have to see. Yesterday there was a super bad accident right back here, going the other way, and they're doing construction on that now, on the part that it destroyed, I guess, and it is really backed up. Oh my gosh, all the way down there. Let me zoom in. All the way around that curve back there, it's backed up, and probably even further, probably to that water tower over there, if not further. But yeah, that's what we had to sit in yesterday for probably 45 minutes or so, which was not fun. San Antonio, 107 miles. Map is saying I'll get there at 4. Alright, there's that water tower, and it looks like it's just starting back here. So this has got to be at least probably 10 miles of it being backed up. So I decided to stop at a rest station real quick, and that's one of the nicer ones I've been to. It's got a real nice building, trails, and everything. So, alright, time to get back on the highway. I've got less than an hour to go. So, yeah, let's get going. Alright, well, so much for making it there at 3:30. My estimated time is 4:12, I think, which is fine. I'm about half an hour from the university, and I know that I'm within the San Antonio area because this is starting to get a lot more populated, and because I've been out here a handful of times and I know where the limits are. So the land marker that I see now just says San Antonio 32 miles. But that's like the downtown area of San Antonio, which I guess is where I'm going, really. And I'm also kind of tempted to like go do something touristy on Sunday whenever I'm done with this, like go to the Alamo or something. Like, I've been to San Antonio a handful of times, and some of it is actually pretty cool, like the Alamo. But one of the things that confuses me is that San Antonio, which is a much smaller city than Houston, and Houston doesn't have all that touristy stuff. Like, out of the top major cities, Houston has got to be like the least interesting one. We're just a big city. I don't know, I was just thinking about that, and it was, you know, they have the Alamo and the Riverwalk and stuff like that, and we have, you know, I guess we have NASA Control Center, which is cool. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, just because I've lived here for 10 years. Alright, that is my destination. Alright, those set of buildings up there, that's where I'm going. Alright, it is 4:20 and I just got here, so I've got to see what I'm going to do now. Alright, this is my room. Let's check it out. Okay, this is doable. Man, this place is fancy and everything. We get key cards and door locks and all that stuff. So at least I know I'm secure. And hopefully I'll have someone cool as my dorm mate, I guess. Alright, time to go explore. I am so confused. There's a band playing there. There's a son walking around. Well, this is... okay then. So, it looks like I do get the room to myself, and I've lost my voice. So, good start to the weekend. So, someone is in my room, but at least I know them. So, I guess I do have the room to myself now, which is cool.
It was fun.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Haven't been vlogging much today, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. Native American powwow. This should be pretty interesting.
Look, it's my family.
Haha. Hold on before the lights, because I want to get the video, so.
Yay!
So I'm sure some of you just asked yourself, well, Cameron, why would you go to a cult meeting and film it? Let me assure you that was not a cult meeting. This little side organization of the BSA is very, very highly based on Native American traditions. So one of the things that happens at a lot of these events is people will do singing and dancing competitions. In this case, they were doing a dancing competition, and it's actually kind of interesting if you do just take a look at it for a couple minutes.
And then he goes, and he goes and says, oh.
That one's my room. Yeah. We've had a really long day, so we're gonna get some drinks, cause, yeah. Ooh, fancy. Alright, so yesterday I chose A8, and there was tons of waters in there, but it said that it was empty, so A8 sold out. Like, it's clearly not sold out. So A1 price $175. I just paid for it. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I just walked into my dorm. I got a Sprite and a water, but I haven't had Sprite in a really long time. Also, if you can't tell, I lost my voice. I lost it last night, but all of our cheering and stuff, since, you know, we're trying to get spirit, you know, this and that, it doesn't really help my case. So, yeah, gonna chill here for a little bit, watch some Netflix or whatever, surf Reddit, take a shower and go to bed because I got another early day tomorrow. Alright, so I know I didn't do like a whole lot of vlogging today, but that's because I stayed pretty busy. I went to some trainings. There were numerous different booths and events here. This is kind of like a big get together, like a convention is almost what it's like. So seeing a lot of people from southern Texas, it's cool, and it's not something that happens very often. This is a once-a-year event, so I've never actually gone to one of these, and with the years that I've been involved, I've never gone to this, but I'm required this year because of my position, and so were the other people, but I was like one of the only ones who showed up. So anyways, I don't know why, but I really feel like showing off some merchandise that I got here too, just because why the heck not. So first off, I'll get kind of the boring stuff out of the way. I picked up a bunch of patches because I also collect patches on the side, and I found some real cheap ones that were practically steals. So got one right there. I know this is boring. Got another one. That one's apparently pretty rare. Got a cool one. That one's supposed to go right here. So that looks cool. And I got this big one. So I like these big patches because why the heck not? They're super cool. And then they had some limited edition patches. I got number 217 out of 260 made. And I mean, it's pretty cool. So, can't wear it, it's just a commemorative patch, but it's definitely something cool. So, I also got this tumbler, and I've been meaning to get another tumbler for a while. So, when I saw this, I knew I had to get this because it's like the perfect opportunity. Alright, and this last thing is so stupid, but every scout event that I go to and they have these at, I always get, and I have no idea why, but I get these really kind of stupid socks. They're like really high socks too, like they go up to your knees. And I don't know why, but like I'll wear them sometimes. Only for scouting events. Only for scouting events. Like today, I wore mine for Spirit Day. I didn't wear them for any other reason. So they got these fancy socks here, and they feel like they're a decent material. Like, they actually feel like they're pretty comfortable. So, I don't know, I'm just gonna have to wear them and find out. So I'll probably wear these tomorrow for the conclusion of the event. I mean, this isn't bad colors. I mean, it matches pretty well with this, I think. Alright, so anyway, it is 11:40. I need to go to bed because I have to wake up at 7 o'clock tomorrow. So take a shower, go to bed, wake up. I think I can leave at like... Everyone leaves at 10:30. I don't know if I have to stay for anything, because I may or may not have to. Not sure. Hopefully I can be home around noon. I might go to the Alamo just to kind of go there, just to drive by it and, you know, see it. I've seen it before, but, you know, it's one of those things where it's cool to go and see the history of Texas, you know, the country. So it's a cool little display, and I might go walk around or do something, you know, whatever. So it's just all gonna depend on my, you know, how I am tomorrow. Like, if I'm just ready to get home, or if I actually want to, like, okay, well, you know what, I'll stay here for a little bit. And hopefully my voice will be a little bit better too. Not that I don't mind having this voice, but... Alright, so two other things that happened here. We got stalked. Not really stalked, but stared at by this creepy guy. We went inside to some of the booths, then we stayed in there for a while, and we came out to get some water. So we got our water and we sat down on some stairs, and there was this guy who was on a bench probably, you know, 10 feet away, and he makes small talk with us, you know, where you from, blah, blah, blah. And he was just kind of like glancing at us right then. Mind you, this guy was in like his 50s or 60s. And then after a couple minutes, he just comes and stands right in front of us and just kind of stares at us for like a minute and a half. And then he walks over to this trash can, which was a couple feet away from where he was standing, which was right in front of us. And he just stares at us again for like another minute and a half. And then he just walks off. Like, what the f***? Like, what even? And then the other thing, some guy made a pretty good joke about the socks. As I was walking away, he was trying to interest someone else in the socks. It was an adult. And he's like, yeah, you know, in high school and college when they get socks like this, one of them normally goes missing because they might be using it for something else. Just like, is that really appropriate in this setting? Like, ooh, university police. Looking for something, maybe. See that white car right there? My truck is right in front of it. You might be able to see it. Alright, it is a little bit after 8. I think it's like 8:10 or something. And yeah, so I just finished. Dorm is all clear, I think. Nothing here. And nothing here. Check the bathroom. Alright, so dorm is clear, and now I'm gonna go throw my stuff in my truck, check out, and go get some breakfast. Alright, so I'm coming over to my truck to get something. I just ate breakfast, I already checked out. So they have a little closing thing that I'm gonna sit through. That's in a couple minutes. And then a 3-hour drive home. Alright, so it's 9:20. The kind of like after show is supposed to start in like 10 minutes, but I wasn't really feeling it at first, and then I realized that
my friend who, you know, I thought was gonna stay for it, that he's just gonna leave. So I was like, okay, you know what, whatever, I'll just go too. So that means that I should get home probably around 1 o'clock. It's a 3-hour drive. I'll have to stop. I'm gonna need gas and whatnot. So yeah. 118 miles to Houston. I just want to see when it hits 266,666 miles. Just cause. I don't know why, I just really wanted to see that. And I think it's just because I'm not going to see something like that again for a while. I mean, it's going to be 11,000 more miles. So, yeah, got probably 2 hours left. Alright, so Houston's like 25 miles away, but this is what I consider the Houston area. So, I've got like probably 15 more minutes till I get to home. 12 o'clock, so made pretty good time. Alright, so I made it home. Time to watch some YouTube and work on some videos. Alright, so it is 6:40 and I've been watching YouTube, working on some videos, just, you know, kind of catching up, finally settling down after a couple weeks of traveling. So I'm just gonna end it here. Rumor has it that I might be doing some more traveling over the summer, so maybe another travel vlog if possible, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, down and care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or I'm never going to do a vlog again. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy in a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it, and thanks for watching.